Mary Kay Cabot, Browns beat writer for Cleveland.com, and a lot to write about as of late. Well, you always have a lot to write about, but some positive things. Are we too optimistic about the Browns right now, Mary Kay?
You know what? That remains to be seen. I think it depends on how it all comes together. I mean, you're pulling together a lot of different coaches, a lot of different personalities, big personalities, and now it's a matter of just seeing how it all gels on the field.
What's your biggest question about this team going into training camp?
I think that's it. I think it's just seeing, how can Baker Mayfield keep Odell happy and Jarvis and Rashard Higgins, Nick Chubb? How can he get the ball to all of these guys and completely make sure that, that he's spreading it around enough that he doesn't have some receivers yapping at him during games and whatnot.
How hot are the Browns locally?
Oh, it's unbelievable. I mean, the hype train is in full motion right here, and it's just off the charts. You can't take two steps without people wanting to talk about the Browns here.
Compare it to the hype around when LeBron came back to the Cavaliers. Is there any comparison?
I think there is a comparison. That was LBJ. This is OBJ. There are some big similarities there between the two in terms of the hype, the media attention. It's going to be a circus out here. It's going to be crazy. I mean, there was a lot of attention on this team when Johnny Manziel was here, but this is different. I think this is even bigger because this comes along with great expectations.
The expectation level for Odell Beckham Jr. should be what this year?
Oh, I think that he should be lights out. I think with Baker Mayfield and how deadly accurate he is, I think that he should help Odell be even more of a superstar than he has been. He should exceed his production in previous years. There's going to be, he'll draw a lot of extra attention, but Baker can get him the ball anywhere, including deep, which is what he really wants. And I think it's going to be a show.
I'm also curious about Baker's personality in handling these egos, Mary Kay, because, if you're Joe Flacco, it's one thing. If you're Kirk Cousins, it's one thing. Baker Mayfield's not afraid to say something and, call out a teammate here. Can that be something that's really good, or could it turn out to be something really bad?
Well, I think if I were Baker Mayfield, if I were advising him, I would have him dial it back a little bit on some of the rhetoric. I wouldn't have him calling out a teammate the way he recently did with Duke Johnson. I wouldn't have him doing some of the stuff that he did with Hugh Jackson. I would be asking him to not waste his energy or his breath on things like that. He's got bigger fish to fry. This team expects him to go to multiple Super Bowls. I think he should focus on that.
You think the Browns make the playoffs?
I do. I really do. I think there's so much talent on this team right now that it would be hard to miss the playoffs unless something goes gravely wrong. And I don't expect that to happen.
The role of this coach, never been in this situation before. And, we've talked, about these egos here. So what's the biggest question you have for Freddie Kitchens?
Well, the biggest thing for Freddie, I think, is not to spread it around too much in terms of letting all the coaches have a say and too much collaboration. I think he really wants to be a team guy because he perceived that Hugh Jackson wasn't that. But I think he's going to realize he has to take the bull by the horns here. He's got to make the decision. It all rides on him now, and I don't think he can try too much to let everybody have a voice.
Mary Kay, thank you as always. We appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.
Mary Kay Cabot, Browns beat writer for Cleveland.com.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.